Alice was always a very busy little girl. She never required any directed activities. She would, you could always put her in front of the sink with water and some soap and a cloth and silver or something to, pots and pans to wash. And she would play up in her room. She liked to rearrange her room. She was always moving things around and changing the things in her drawer. And once she was helping me clean in the kitchen, and she opened I had a little cabinet, I think 3 or 4 drawers between the stove and the refrigerator, and she pulled open the drawer and let out a scream, and I went to look, not knowing what she had happened, and lo and behold, there was a mice in the drawer that had just been born, all pink, and I didn't like them at all, and she didn't like them either. Neither one of us were pleased to see them, so there was nothing to do but first I thought I'll just shut the drawer and go get somebody else to deal with it, but then my sense told me that wasn't the thing to do. So I told her what they were, that they were baby mice that had just been born. And of course the mother, those who were responsible, would not nowhere to be seen, just a little cluster of pink in stuff that they had found to make a nest out of. I don't know what, we must have just disposed of them. I don't know what we did with them. But she was a good eater. Robert was a good eater. There was never any discussion about whether they would eat what was put before them or not, because they always did, and I think they do that pretty much today. They were not difficult children at all. They were just what I expected babies would be, and they got along very nicely.
Yeah, that would be kind of. Did they play that much together?
No, they didn't. Well, they would play out. Did I have any jungle gyms or anything? They would listen to. We did a lot of book reading. We would go up to the library. It was almost a daily event in the end of the afternoon. I can't remember whenever the library was open. And she had some stuffed animals, but she never played with them as some girls do, like girls play with the Barbie dolls. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't until she was older that she would play library. And she would put books arrange them on the table or on a bed or somewhere, and put paper in a slit of paper. But of course, that would have been when she was 7 or 8. But she liked to do that. She liked to have a desk and paper, and she asked my mother. She would go and visit my mother quite often. They were very good friends, always. And my mother told, she was playing office or playing at my mother's desk when Alice asked her if she was old. And she said yes. And she said, "You wear glasses, don't you?" "Yes." "Well, are you going to die pretty soon?" And she said, "Well, I don't know." And she said, "Well, when you do, could I have all your bridge pads and pencils?" And my mother said, "Yes, you may have them all." "Would you like some now?" "Yes," said Alice. So she was able to make a little collection of pads of paper, bridge tallies they're called, and little pencils, and some pencils and came back to Lincoln with that little collection of things and put them right in her own desk very happily. Mm-hmm. But and she too, like Robert, is very organized and orderly. She keeps tabs on things and has a good notebook in which she records events.